It's so stupid. It's so stupid how this thing works. Let's see if it actually corrects. Isn't that dumb? Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Isn't that stupid? Like it's not showing me correctly. Anyways, well, I decided instead of a quick video, just to kind of do this as a live here. Um, what's been going on with motorcycle and scooter content? Well, I think a good place to start with all this, just as a quick explanation as to why you haven't really been seeing too much motorcycle and scooter content, is number one, the market is horrible right now. Um, as we all know, the economy is really, really bad at the moment. And unfortunately, that has driven motorcycle sales kind of through the roof, even on cheap crap junk bikes that I would normally pick up and fix and then get back on the road. Scooters, same thing with scooters. The scooter prices have skyrocketed through the roof with gas the way it is. And, I can only pick up I mean, I could spend more, but it kind of defeats the purpose. Um, you know, these scooter prices have just, motorcycle and scooter prices have just kind of gone through the roof right now. And I'm not hurting for anything right now, so I don't really need to be chasing scooter or motorcycle content at the moment. Um, so I'm not purchasing in the middle of this declining market. It's gotten just so bad. So I'm still rocking my Teleria 1 year later. Hell yeah, bro. So like I said, with the current state of vehicle market, it is just horrible. It's just garbage. Cheap crap junk bikes that don't run or have titles are selling for like $1,500. Past couple of years when I started making motorcycle content, I was able to pick up these bikes for like 4 or 5, $600, fix them, turn around, sell them after I'm done making all the content with them, or keep them and ride them for the channel, whatever the case is. But unfortunately, this financial state of our economy and the vehicle market right now is just insane. It's the same thing with the housing market. Like everything is just shot through the roof. I've been sitting on bikes in my garage now that I've repaired, fixed, and they're just sitting. They're not selling. And that's unfortunate because normally a year ago these bikes would have sold like that for my asking price. I can't even convince people to buy these bikes at like a $2,500 price point. Fuel injected motorcycles, like crazy good deals, and people just, I'm realizing, don't have the extra funds to buy these bikes right now because of the state of the economy. It's really, really sad, man. I realize winter's coming up, but I live in Florida. It's year-round riding season here. These are bikes I would normally sell in a heartbeat. So that just tells me that the market, number one, is really bad right now. It's just horrible. So I haven't been making much scooter or motorcycle content because I can't find these projects for cheap. When I was able to get them for cheap, I was making that kind of content. So unfortunately, I'm just kind of sitting stagnant on the motorcycle and scooter content unless I start making vlog videos or talk through videos, which I'm not opposed to doing. I don't mind sharing knowledge all the time. What I have done over the past, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years of me doing this is I get tons and tons and tons of company collaboration offers. I get like 10 a day to test all these different products. And to be honest, I haven't been doing any of that. And so I finally decided after talking with a girlfriend, I was like, with motorcycle content not really available right now due to the market and stuff, what I will start doing is taking on some of these product reviews that I find interesting. They might not be motorcycle related. They could be electronics or things like that. As you guys know, I also fly race drones. I'm big into computers and tech stuff. I'm a retro nerd by nature, so I love this kind of stuff. So honestly, for a little while, you guys might just see more, and I hate to do this to you because it's not really what my channel's about, but for right now, to keep content creation moving forward and get the opportunity to play with some really neat stuff, I might start taking on some of these um, product reviews. I have actually two I've accepted. I have two items here that I still need to review for another company. So you still got that Suzuki GS 500F? I do not. I actually sold that. I fixed it, repaired it, modified it, and then sold it. That's normally what happens with most of the bikes that I get. I repair them to a point where either I like it and I keep it and I'm comfortable, or I sell it afterwards because it's not what I'm looking for. Um, but yeah, it's just the state of the market and everything going on in our country right now. Nobody has the extra money to blow on play toys,
And so with that being the case, my channel is just kind of sitting stagnant. I don't want it to sit stagnant. I want it to constantly have growth. So I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm going to be doing some product reviews, projectors, more inflatable fuel pumps. I'll probably start taking on some electric bikes, maybe some electric skateboards, things like that, just to kind of keep content flowing. You'll still get motorcycle content from me, especially when I repair my own bikes or I get customers in that bring their stuff in. I'll probably make those fix-it videos and stuff. But as far as me taking on the project stuff right now, I'm not going to blow $1,500 on a bike right now in crappy condition because it's just not going to sell. I'm going to pour $400 worth of parts into it. Now I've invested $2,000 into a bike that's just going to potentially sit in the garage for now, and just it's not worth it to me to do that. Even with scooters, crappy scooters that barely run right now are selling for like $600, and they normally would only sell for $600. Like you used to be able to get these things for like 150 bucks, 200 bucks, not running, and now, you know, crappy ones are selling for $600, $800, and the problem is they're actually not selling. They're just sitting. Nobody's buying any of this stuff, so it's just sitting there. The worse the economy got, the more people were like, "Oh, it's cool. I'll just sell whatever I have here." Well, nobody's buying the things that they have. They're just sitting. And so as the economy gets worse, they keep upping the price of the items that they're trying to sell, and then nobody's buying them at all. And that's where we're at right now, is nobody's purchasing these things. So I can't convince myself to go spend that kind of money knowing that I'm not going to be able to make my return right now, if that makes any sense to you guys. Um, what is it? Pretty mint shape when you sold it. I love those bikes. They're reliable. I mean, it still had. I mean, dude, I had to get a gas tank for it and a whole bunch of stuff because it had been sitting for so long. It wasn't really good condition. It was a very nice bike, and it had low mileage. But I think I bought it for 700. I invested $400 into a gas tank and another set of carbs for 300. I think I sold the bike for just under three. It was like $2,900 is what I ended up selling it for. So I made my money off the bike. But it wasn't what I was looking for. Otherwise, I would have kept it. Unfortunately, it just didn't have the power. I wanted something with a bit more power behind it, and it just didn't have it. So I ended up getting rid of that. And obviously, after that, I followed it up with the 600 street bike, or maybe the ST 1300. That was a fun bike. But anyways, so yeah, I hate to do it to you guys. I am going to start doing some product reviews. I've already started, as you can see. I've been doing a lot of projector stuff I've been buying, and those are doing really well. Like the projector videos I put out are already at like 10,000 views in less than a month. And so I kind of have to stick with what's working at the moment because I have to keep the content pushing forward. A big part of my paycheck that pays my bills at the end of every month is YouTube. So if you guys aren't liking the videos and you're not subscribing, you're not doing any of that stuff, it's not helping me, unfortunately. And like I said, I make the content to be extremely helpful, and it's fun. It's a hobby of mine, but it also helps me pay my medical stuff, which is kind of what I need right now. I need the help with the medical stuff and the bills. So I have to keep the channel moving forward in any kind of fashion that I can. So unfortunately, if motorcycles aren't selling, then I have to start doing something until the market gets better, or financially the economy starts to stabilize a bit to the point where I can start buying these things again and making the content for you guys. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that this is how bad our country has gotten. It's really sad. We're just in such a sad state right now. I don't like it. What happened to the comments? Where'd they go? It's not showing the comments anymore. All right, whatever. Sorry if I missed some of your comments there, guys. So please don't forget to smash the like button. Show some love and support. I might even start flying some race drones again. I have a lot more free time on my hands. I did manage to put quite a bit of money away this summer, so I'm not really hurting going into the winter at all. But it still sucks. I want to continue working on motorcycles. Like I hate not having a project. I feel like I need to always have a constant project. So it sucks, man. It really sucks. So we got 5 people in here and only 2 likes. Who's the haters? Who's just watching and not participating in the Dan growth? What's wrong with you? I do this to help, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that much of a dick. Imagine if I was, though, man. What a jerk I would be. God. Can you imagine if I was that much of a dick? Nah, it's cool. What up, Dan? I hope you've been doing well. Michael, it's good to see you, buddy. Hell yeah. Domestic Stan, what's going on? Yeah, it's good to see you, Michael. I don't see much of you anymore, buddy. I also haven't been really like jumping around the YouTube scene too much. I've really just cut back and taken a break from all of it. It's just too much, just too much. It's too much to pay attention to. For years I spent all this time constantly following everybody around, and it was just taking a mental toll on Dan. I had to get away from all of it. That included flying drones and everything. Like I just needed to focus my time and energy on a new hobby, and so that's what I did. I started chasing motorcycles 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So good to see you, man. Well, thank you. It's good to see you too, bro. I try to be a jovial, genuine guy without the negativity. You know, I would say overall, I don't know if you guys know this. I weighed 425 pounds. Matter of fact, as soon as this video is done, I'm gonna make a short and I'm gonna post that short. You should watch it. You should see how big Dan used to be. Now this dude's just oh, I'm a grizzly bear now. I'm in shape. I hit the gym every week. I lost a ridiculous amount of weight. For those of you guys who don't know, I weigh like 207 pounds. I used to weigh like 425. So all this wonderful skinny Dan that you see, that's in like reasonably good shape now, took a lot of time and energy to get here and a lot of fortitude. I had to really buckle down and change my entire life. It took a lot to do that. So yes, now I got all the neck muscles and the big traps. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Just sit over here flex like an Arnold on you guys. I'm not like that. I'm not a dick, man. I swear to God. But no, yeah, I worked really hard to get where I'm at now. So, change came with consistency on YouTube as well. I changed what I was doing in life. I decided to change what I was doing on YouTube, get away from drones and that hobby, and start something entirely new, and just take a whole new outlook on life. Unfortunately, I'm having to revamp the channel currently, right now. It sucks. I don't want to do this because I want to keep chasing motorcycle content, but I just can't right now because of the state of the market. So I got to keep things moving forward somehow. So when the market starts getting better and I can start picking up these fun little projects and stuff to work on in the garage again to make content for you guys, I totally will. If I need to sit down and make a list of videos that I've been wanting to make as far as information, sit down and talk to you guys, camera friendly interaction of just sitting down and talking about topics, because there are a bunch of things that I do want to cover and I just need to sit down and make a list, and my mind's been all over the place. I have no downtime. That's my problem, is that right now I have no downtime. I'm constantly helping somebody. It never really comes back in return, but I'm constantly out there. I have a problem saying no. I'm a very friendly guy who likes to try to like fucking help everybody, and unfortunately that bites me sometimes because I just run myself absolutely ragged. I'll go days without sleep, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't sleep last night. I didn't sleep the day before. I function on pot of coffee. Like, I drank this 2 hours ago. I'm about to make another one. So, I just don't sleep like I used to. I don't know why. I just can't fucking sleep anymore. Whatever. My brain's going a billion miles an hour at all times. So, there's that. But yeah, so be expecting some reviews. Because I have products starting to make a shelf life that I've promised companies that I would review these things, and I haven't. So I really need to get to it and just do it, and nose to the grindstone. And I've agreed to a lot of different collaborations, and I haven't been doing any of them. It's so bad. Ugh. I like that about the two Asians. Yeah. I've seen people that say the Suzuki GS 500 can last up to 100K. Okay, I would say the engine might make it to that, but the transmission won't. Definitely won't. It's a cheap transmission. The components in the transmission, for whatever reason, are not the same quality as the engine. I've rarely ever seen them get 40,000 miles without almost needing an entire transmission rebuild. So I'm not sure how accurate that is, unless they just cruised it and never rode it sporty at all. You might get 80,000, 70,000. But still, I've taken those gear packages apart. They're cheap components in there, man. Those bearings they use are... It's weird that they put so much time and energy into the engine, but they didn't put the same time, energy, and quality into the transmission. That's why you can't really ride them like a sport bike, because if you do and you punish them too much, it'll just break. So, toss up, man. Ride it hard and aggressive, throw a bike out the window in 2 years. Intermediately ride it, take it easy on it, be docile, chill. you'll get a number of good years out of the bike. So, okay, so here's how I would define that, Troy. And this is actually one of the topics that I wanted to talk about. So you know what, Troy, I'm going to hold off on that. I'll answer partial. 20,000 on a sport bike is considered high mileage. 20,000 on a cruiser or hybrid platform is not. And like I said, I'm going to do a whole video on that because that was actually one of the topics that I wanted to discuss in a future video here, probably in the next couple weeks, that I want to put up, explaining what the differences really are in high mileage bikes. What is considered high mileage based on the type of bike that you're buying, because that really varies, man. It 100% does. There's a lot of variance in there, and I think there's a lot of understanding that needs to go into something like that. Like, sport bikes are called rice burners for a reason because they're high revving machines. So, you know, once a bike reaches 15 to 20,000 miles, it's been revved out, dude. It's been beat on senselessly for the last 20,000 miles. It's not like a cruiser where you're all torque and it's not running those high RPMs. You're going to get a billion miles out of a cruiser versus a sport bike that's just a rev hungry animal. But there's differences in that too. So you have parallel twins, you have inline fours, you have single cylinders. I mean, there's a lot of variances in there that you kind of have to take into consideration when it comes to motorcycles. So I think it's going to be very motorcycle specific, but that's why we have different types of bikes. Like you have hybrid platforms, crossover between sport and cruiser, and then you have touring, and then you have, you know, cruisers by themselves, and then you have cafe racers. There's just so many different types of bikes that you have to take all the variances into consideration. A lot of it's going to come down to engine, the type of engine that's in it, whether it's 4-stroke, 2-stroke. There's a lot of variables. So, but I'll make a whole video breakdown because I want to do it scientifically. There's no reason for me to talk about it unless I can scientifically break it down for you guys and give you real world results. Otherwise, what's the point, man? If you can't do controlled testing and show the results, then it's kind of pointless to make the video. You know, I can give you my opinion, but on average, if it's a sport bike, 20,000 miles is considered high mileage. Yes. 40,000 is considered way over high mileage on a sport bike. Those are bikes that people try to sell for like $3,000 still, and unfortunately, they're on the end of their life, man. It's like buying a pickup truck with 300,000 miles on it. It's on the end of its life, yet the person still wants $5,000 for the truck. I'm not going to give you $5,000 for a truck that could potentially just be done for tomorrow, and that's what I think a lot of sport bike riders don't understand. Mileage means a lot when it comes to sport bikes. Not so much cruisers. When it comes to sport bikes, high mileage means a lot. That engine has been ragged on for the past 40,000 miles. It's not in good shape. So, anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to say. You have a idea of where I'm going with this. I am going to put a short up after this. If you guys want to watch it, it'll just kind of show you where I came from, weight loss, and where I'm at now. Pay attention to this. This is a sexy guy right here. It took a lot to get here. Don't forget that. Just kidding. All right, man. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Thanks for being awesome. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. If you haven't, if it's your first time here, super cool. I try to help everybody. That's what this is all about for me. I go by the philosophy, even with good bikes. I have a Ninja 500 with 15K miles. Currently bought it with 9K. Yeah, I mean, like I said, though, it's just, there is a point where you reach high mileage. Even if it was well maintained, it still could potentially still be high mileage, man. You're not eliminating the miles that's been put on the bike. It was just how it was treated during that mileage that'll make the difference of whether it sees more miles. That's the only difference. Let's see, my 2009 Hyundai Elantra has 207K miles, runs so good, never give me big issues. I don't know how it runs so good. I mean, and that's crazy. Sometimes import cars just do that, bro. Big difference between American-made cars and import cars, domestic cars. It's just, dude, we make the worst vehicles ever in the United States. And it's weird. It's strange to me because we decided to be the auto industry and not the, you know, the country of industry. That was every other country. We decided to be the auto industry, and the worst part about that is we are the worst auto industry ever. We suck at making vehicles. There is not one goddamn good vehicle that ever came out of this country that produced any kind of real mileage. Ever. Even our sports cars suck. Suck. God, man, we can't make a reasonable sports car. Oh my God, this country is so silly. We are so silly. We think so highly of ourselves, and we're really not. We're like the pits, bottom of the barrel. We just haven't realized it yet, man. Our country is just, it's going to hell in a handbasket. You know, I realized the other day, the more I thought about this, the more, I'm about to rant for a second, so bear with me. I realized you own nothing. You own fucking nothing. You think you own your house. Don't pay your taxes. See how long you own your house for. It's funny. They'll tell you, you own this property. This is my property. You claim it. It's mine. This is my property. This is my house. I took my hard-earned money and I bought my house and property. Did you, though? Don't pay taxes and see if you still get to keep your house, your property. You don't own any of this. You don't own your car. Go ahead. Tell me you own your car. It's fine. Drive it down the road. Don't register it. Don't get it legal. Drive it down the road. See how long you own your car for. You can't even park it in your driveway if it doesn't have a license plate and insurance on it. Do you own it? I don't think it's yours. Especially not if it's parked in your driveway. Because if it's parked in your driveway at a house and property you don't own if you don't pay taxes, it's not yours. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how much we've been fooled. Tonight is a night of frustration for Dan. This is what happens when I don't sleep at night. I sit here and I think about all this bullshit all night. It keeps me up. It keeps me awake. It drives me nuts, man. Are we really the best country in the world? I think our fucking country kind of sucks, to be honest with you. I don't walk around going, America! I love my country to death, but man, it is just a cesspool of shit that they've shoved down our throat and told us that we own things. We don't own shit, man. You don't own nothing. Oh, you think you own your cell phone? Don't pay your bill. Tell me how long it works as a cell phone if you don't pay your bill. You always owe somebody something. It's never yours. It sucks, man. The more you think about it, the more it fucking sucks. Ugh. You own the food in your fridge? Don't pay your electric bill. Tell me how long the food in your fridge stays good for. Okay. Oh, man. I should go to bed before I get really upset. Okay, well, this has been fun. Good times. Yay, America, country. Love this place. Woo. I don't even want to vote. I don't even want to vote. I don't even care anymore. I'm so tired. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being awesome. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Toodles. I don't even know how to shut this off. Is it not going to give me a shut off? It's not letting me shut it off. Maybe it's this X button. Bye. Oh, I'm still getting comments, Troy. You got any bikes? You have kept? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I got my Bully, my Suzuki Bully out in the garage. I ride that all the time. I got tons of videos with my Bully now. Me and the girlfriend just having a blast. I'm actually getting ready to take a camping trip on my Bully. Got it all packed up with a whole bunch of camping stuff. Made a whole video about all the stuff I bring when I go camping on just the bike. You should check it out if you haven't. It's a good video. Yep. All right. It's been fun. Toodles.